seeing, understanding time, maybe putting some light on that.
We were talking just like this, that this I, false I, we can say, it lives in time. Also, it lives on time. Time is the food, the energy that keeps it moving, keeps it alive. Time means changes. Not only changes, but time means changes with a sense of continuity. Time means changes with a sense of continuity. Otherwise, changes in disconnected mode does not really create any identity. Continuity is the must, and continuity is, it is possible to have the sense of continuity because of the changes. When the changes are arranged in such a way in the mind, they create a illusion of continuity. And because of this, the illusion of continuous I, a false I. So if you can go deeper in time, that what exactly is time, or what is this continuity that you have, this feeling of continuity that you have, you will become clear that okay, so this is what is time. And what I am saying is that if you can go beyond time, or if you can find something which is beyond time, that is yourself. There is something in you which is already beyond time, meaning it is beyond changes. Also, it is beyond this sense of continuity. So, effectively, this is basically beyond time. So, rather than focusing on something on this timeless, let us focus on what we already have, what we already know, time. And yourself, your I, which is living in time. You need to be very, very, very vigilant to encounter and recognize time as it is, because time is something which is happening nowhere other than in your mind. It's not happening anywhere. Time is never happening anywhere else except in the mind. But it is happening in the minds of everybody, so it has become more like a mass unconsciousness. It has become more like a collectively accepted reality, concept which has become a reality. Otherwise, actually, there is no time. If you have any objection about it, like if you don't understand anything, please let me know. Or you tell me. I'm inviting you to a challenge what I am saying. You tell me where is time other than in your mind. Is there any time anywhere? Mind means your mind or your cell phone or your watch. Where is time? Or let's say, what is time? Because it is going to unlock a lot of all the mysteries actually. If we can understand what is time, we can understand what is not time, what is timeless, let's say. It is all connected. So having sense of illusion of time is staying away from the timeless reality that you are. This is what I am saying. Once you become clear about time, you become clear it's an illusion, it's not a reality. And immediately you become clear about the nature, your timeless nature. And there are different evidence for this continuity, sense of continuity. Like past is most strong evidence, your memory. But if you really notice, if you carefully notice what exactly your memory contains, memory does not contain only the facts, meaning it doesn't only record the events. Along with that, a interpretation is also recorded, and interpretation includes this I. That I was like this, not was, but in that moment it is recorded as I am like this. This person is good, this is bad, I am good, I am bad, I am not efficient enough, I am good, I am very good, I am, anything like this. I felt good, I am feeling good, I am feeling bad. It is recorded in the mind. So, in the memory, this sense of continuity is also recorded. You need to wake up from this. Outside of the memory, is there any real continuity or this sense of continuity? If you want, we can go deeper in this, or you can, if you can, just cut the memory for some time. That okay, I will not touch memory. Meaning memory may remain, but you don't value it, so you can cut it. Okay. If you remember anything in the memory, you always first of all this I comes, which is present in this event which has been recorded in the memory. Without I, is there any recording you have? I mean, is there any memory which does not involve I in some way? Absent or present, how it can be? Because otherwise, if you will, it will be something like some data you have borrowed from somewhere else. If it is your senses which have recorded this memory, then you have to be there. So in every experience you are there. In every experience, every event which has been recorded, you are there. And now this you, which you don't know, that who is this, is affecting your present seeking for yourself. So you are saying, who am I? Referring to the memory, immediately you clearly know who you are now. Now this ignorance, this I which is rooted in ignorance of yours about yourself, is influencing your effort to know yourself. So you need to be virgin, you need to be pure. So basically what you are doing, you are trying your level best to go in deeper in yourself. At the same time, you are inviting the opposite. The memory of I which was not resolved actually, which was not clear. You were not clear about who you are in that moment when you recorded this I, this memory. So this memory will influence you, meaning it will give you this feeling that I was. In this moment, you will perceive it, this memory, as I was suffering, I was happy. And after some time, this event will disappear from your psyche, from your conscious mind. But this I will continue. This impression of I, that okay, this I will remain undoubted, uninspected. And you will say, okay. So it's about basically good event or bad event, not about this I you will miss now. But it is actually all about I, not about what I experienced or what I said or I says. It is all not important in the memory. So from the memory, whenever, even if you are touching memory, you just touch this I, the seeker of truth who is doing this self-inquiry. If memory affects, don't worry about anything. Don't touch the events, but experiences, but touch the one who was suffering in this memory. Who was this? And you will know that actually I don't know who was this. It is just a pointer, a reference. Point to something which I don't know. Can this I, which is referred to in the memory, can be reached actually in some way? How we will do that? I mean, I'm very open actually. I'm just looking together. I mean, it is very first time actually I'm looking into this. So I have no background knowledge about it. Huh? How we will do that? Because memory is something so subtle. It's a combination of images, videos, along with the interpretation, which is a feeling. Interpretation is not thought, it's a feeling. It's like it happened to me, like this, no?
Seems there's nothing there except the interpretation.
Yes. So if you can, seeing that this interpretation does not refer to any real I, you can drop the, stop valuing this interpretation in the memory. So then memory does not have any value for you, for your self-inquiry. It has only value when you are relating with others who know you as I, a person or something. But when you are sitting in yourself, you don't have to touch memory, because memory is a collection, recording of events which have happened along with the interpretation, that to whom it happened. So every piece of memory not only defines what happened, but also defines to whom it happened. So every piece of memory is actually defining you, forcing a definition on you, which if you believe, if you live, will add to the ignorance about yourself. Then what to do? Unconditionally you can leave the whole memory. Whenever anything comes from the memory, you know, I am not clear about it, what it is. So there is no point in touching it right now. It is not time for doing research about things which I have. Memory is something you have. Self-inquiry is all about inquiring, investigating, doing research about what you are, not what you have. So memory is something you have. You will investigate when you are strong enough, when you are done with your present task. Your present task is investigating into who you are, not investigating into what you have. Memory is something you have, and which is giving you the continuous illusion of what you are. If you can cut it, then you have already cut a lot of problems from your path. Then what you are left with now? Memory has been cut. So it's like a dam you have created in front of the river of memory. So for some time it is holding in a way, you can say, or like a channel you have created. River is flowing, but still you are not interested. You know. What is left? Without memory, no imagination no projection for future also. Any future projection cannot take place without memory. Anything you imagine is limited, mostly I am saying, not always, but mostly limited to the boundaries of your memory. They don't go beyond the boundaries of your memory. Just try to see. If I say to you that let's go to Himalaya for 1 week, what do you think? Would it be okay? So in this moment you need to project, you need to imagine that should I go or not. First of all, you will refer to your memory, what all you have done so far, what has been your program so far, how many days you have left with your visa and things like coming from the memory. And if now you have to feel that okay, all is well, like I have enough time and money, then now should I go to Himalaya or not? This feeling will come from the images of Himalaya that you have had by any means, either by direct experience or through internet or through friends or anybody. Again comes from memory. And then you will feel like, yeah, it looks like attractive for me, it looks fascinating for me, let's go. Or you will say no, it doesn't look like going to Himalaya in this rainy season. Because maybe you had some experience or you have some knowledge from some other friends. It's not good to go to Himalaya in rain. But can you see, can you imagine anything which is not based, rooted in memory? You cannot actually. This is what I call horizontal plane, plane of time and space. This memory, imagination, and a little bit of space for conscious mind is what is conscious, this horizontal plane of time and space. Time is happening here. Happening means illusion of time is happening here. Illusion of continuity is happening here. Whereas this vertical dimension is the dimension of isness, not of happening. That okay, it is happening and it happened, and it happened, is happening, it will happen. And this plane of this dimension of reality, the vertical dimension, is dimension of isness. Things are. You are. You were not created, and you will not disappear. You just are. You are. This is. That's why it is called this. This reality is. No more than this. No history. This reality does not have any history. Does not have any future. Does not know what is history, what is future. All these things belong to time. This is beyond time. Beyond time means it never enters in this plane of past, present and future. Also, it does not enter in the space, in the dimension of changes, which mainly is responsible for creating the illusion of time. So it doesn't enter even in changes. It is, does not change. It is and does not change, does not mean that it is dead. It is pure aliveness, vibrating and throbbing, But it is very silent. That's why we don't notice. When you are in satsang, you are unconsciously, unknowingly, you are touching this vertical dimension of isness, of truth. That is the attraction. We can go deeper in any particular part of it if you want. We are doing very good today. I like it. It's a nice talk. It is something very fundamental actually. So if you notice, rather than being free from the dream, mostly we are asking that how to be free from the dream. And that's the only way to be free from the dream is to see the dream as dream. To be free from time is to see time as time. What is time? Is there any time for you, let's say? For others, let them take care. You don't worry about it. Even if everybody continues saying that time is there, I have less time like this. You just check within yourself. Do you know anything called time apart from the cell phone, apart from your watch, apart from your movement from one event to another event, from one scheduled meeting to another meeting, from one task to another task, and between these two tasks, something takes place. Something means some change. Change of space. You move from one space to another. Your body goes through some change. Your mind goes through some change. Is it the evidence that time exists? We are just very openly looking. We are not defining anything, So we are not really defining anything. So we are not saying that at the end of this we will be able to defeat time or something. No. We are very open. We don't know. Maybe time exists. We are just looking. So like this, with openness, we are looking that okay, so then what exactly time is? Because time involves changes and continuity. Changes in front of something which is continuous. I am continuous, and it is happening in front of me. These changes are happening in front of me. If it was true, then no changes could be a threat for you. Any change is a threat for you because this I itself is changeful. Anything which is changeful is afraid of changes. So this I itself is in time and is afraid of changes, afraid of time, because it is living in time. It has a certain age. So it's like it is the oldest, it has a longer age than anything else which is happening in front of it. But qualitatively it is same. It has more quantity of days and years, whereas the events or experiences which are happening in front of it have less time, less age. But qualitatively they are same. That's why unconsciously, that's why you are affected by changes, by event. You can never be affected by changes. It is that I which is the illusion of continuity. So it's not that there is a sense of continuity. I is the sense of continuity. Without I, no sense of continuity. Then it is movement to movement, event by event. So living movement to movement is not some achievement. It is a natural state of the being. Because being is in the vertical dimension of isness. Things are. Being is, without moving, without changing. Then every change that takes place, how it can be related, stitched to the being, isness of the being. Every change is a change. Cannot be added to the continuous trail or continuous train of the being. It can be stitched to this false I which lives in time, which has the sense of continuity and which is the sense of continuity actually. There are changes and there is something on top of it which is monitoring, which is counting, which is interpreting, judging, recording changes and trying to adjust. If you notice, you never encounter any event totally. Every event is encountered through the lens of I and is adjusted accordingly. Otherwise, every experience of life is such a big shock that you will wake up from this dream of me. You will wake up from this dream of I if you can encounter life directly. That's what the challenge is. Challenge of living with a life master. Life master will give you as much shock as possible, as many times as possible, as much as you can digest. And the fear is that you will wake up. So a meeting with a life master, life guru is like meeting with life in a more more loving way, you can say, more easy way, where intensity can be adjusted according to your capacity. Life does not know any such things, and that's why many people who don't know anything, they have just a certain readiness in themselves, will wake up without any spiritual effort by the shock of the life events. Because that event was so big that this I could not adjust, could not interpret, could not say that, oh no, it was okay, it happened to me and it is part of this continuity. It is so drastic, it is so radically different. It has no interpretation for it now. I don't know what is this, and then a shock takes place and it's like, what is this? So if you want to know the timeless, know the time. Investigate in time. Timeless is always present. Timeless is not something which can be found in the time, in the effort which takes place in time. There is no effort which can take place without time. Effort means what? What is effort? Can we look into this effort also a little bit? What is effort? Effort means trying to change something, trying to convert something into something, trying to become something, isn't it? Or you define, maybe I am not finding right words right now. What exactly is time, effort?
Like trying to push something into trying to push some desire or wish.
Yes.
Into
happening, yes. But all this cannot happen without time. Even in the imagination, even in your night dream, it cannot happen without time. Without imagining about time, how you can imagine how you can dream any change or effort? And that's why it is said that what is effortless in you already. There is something which is effortless in you. Effortlessly present. There is something in you which is effortlessly present. It looks like it is something present in you, but actually it is you. Everything else that you know as yourself or experiences of yourself, they are happening in you in this effortless presence. So it is very opposite actually. But to recognize this, you must check. What is time? What is effort? So rather than doing efforts, you check what is effort actually. Because if you become very clear about 2-3 things only, what exactly you are approaching? You are trying to reach to the self, which is timeless. Then time is involved here. So check what is time. And effort is involved here. So check what is effort. So rather than doing efforts, you check what exactly effort means. And how effort, which is necessarily rooted in change, desire to change, can take you to something which is beyond changes. How it can take you to something which is beyond changes. Just try to get it. It's so good actually if we can get it. It's something very, very subtle, but Please, you talk. I mean, it's very good time to talk. Also, interact. You say whatever you feel like.
You know, seeing that all the effort is like trying to push something into being or existing out in the world. Yes, it makes no sense to looking at how can effort lead me to recognizing what I am, because it's in a like different and it's like the only thing that it seems like the only thing that can be achieved, if you call it that, by doing effort is what others may see of me or know of me. Like it's the effort seems to be only this effort to whatever that is.
Can I say something here? What you are trying to explain or what you succeeded in explaining is not important. But this process itself is very valuable. This effort of trying to look within, is very valuable. This is what I call real contemplation, real introspection. This is real self-inquiry. When you are looking, what exactly I am doing, this is real self-inquiry. And it wakes you up actually. It wakes you up from different parts of the sleep which are holding you back, and you become free in one moment. This is the fundamental sleep that we are trying to deal with anyway.
Just looking there, it seemed like effort,
It's like you are doing some effort, and while we are talking about this thing, you become clear that okay, so effort is not going to take me. And then somehow your light of your seeing start moving backward. It is a 180 degree turn which takes place. So the focus, your attention is you have turned your face now, inwardly. And then you are looking at, okay, what is this, what is this, what is this? That's all.
Like there's still some disbelief in that, like I don't know, like there's some reservation still there, like there's a minute there where it seemed like how can effort take me there, but then there's like how to really digest that and clearly
seeing is the only right approach. I mean, if to make it confirm, make it real for you, make it permanent knowledge for you, keep seeing it. And let me tell you, that seeing does not give you knowledge. Remember this. The seeing, this, let's say this mirror of awareness practice which we are talking about, it will not give you any knowledge. It will remove ignorance. When the ignorance is removed, the light of the true knowledge shines actually, naturally. You don't need to do anything about it. It is a divine light which naturally comes from within, not from outside. But it needs that first this ignorance must be removed. So just seeing, you become free from the ignorance. The darkness of ignorance is removed by the seeing. And also not that all the ignorance, meaning all the ignorance like conditioning of mind and things like this, they are not relevant here. Only the fundamental ignorance. Only the fundamental ignorance, remember this. So not that what you think about things, what experiences you have, no. What you think about yourself, how you take yourself. All the fundamental ignorance, that has to be removed. And then this empty space. I don't know. Now you say, I don't know. And it's something not good, something not bad. It's like a blank space. I don't know. It's like, but still, you are feeling little bit negatively empty. You are feeling I'm empty. Something needs to be filled here. Just don't try to fill it with your ignorance again. Wait. Then it will be filled with light. Just a picturization of something. You don't take it literally, but actually it happens like this. Don't touch ignorance again. Stay empty. Empty means nobody, nothing. I don't know anything. It is not good actually. It doesn't feel good actually. It feels a little bit bad, negative. It's okay. But stay like this. The true knowledge comes from within, in the space which is empty. So just by seeing, all the ignorance is removed. Just keep seeing again and again and again and again and again. So it's like first you will wake up to the dream that you are having, which involves mind, identity and things like this, experiences, memory and everything. And once you are clear about these things, nothing changes, but everything changes for you. Now it is a dream, not a reality. And yet you don't know yourself. So there is a middle, it's like a transition period. And then suddenly you will become clear about yourself that, oh, So this self-knowledge is something very deep, very subtle. It takes place beyond time. It takes place beyond mind. That's why it stays. If anything happens in the mind, it is a spiritual experience or a spiritual recognition, glimpse, not recognition, it's a glimpse, or maybe a state you enter in, but you, the mind, I, enters in a state. The pure self does not need to enter or exit. Only a recognition takes place. That's why this effortlessness relates. I have, as I was talking to you, few of the friends who contact me by email or otherwise, I have been listening to this. I have been asked that I know myself and then I lost it. I am just wondering what is exactly happening. how you can lose yourself, how you can lose the recognition of yourself. Must be a recognition which is like a glimpse of yourself, which had happened in the dream of the I, the seeker. So I remains same. It mostly happens when I is too ambitious about knowing itself, knowing the self, or getting the self, rather achieving the self. I is not ready to work on itself, is not ready to change or let go. So it says that first I want to know myself quickly before I lose anything. So rather than trying to get anything, see. And also in this seeing, there is very little effort. Don't say that there is no effort. In this seeing also there is very little effort. The effort is of seeing in the right direction, or in the right approach, in the right fashion, you can say right way. You already see, you already know how to see. You have this power of seeing. Everybody has, without fail. There is nobody who don't have this power of seeing within, not outside, even within. Everybody has this power of seeing. You don't know how to see or what to see. That's what I am telling you, that what to see. And that's enough. You are seeing outside of yourself, outside of the I, that you know yourself, that you are living as yourself. You need to look within, inwardly, inside this I. What is this I? What is the report of this I? So don't focus on specific data this I is reporting. You only take a specimen, a sample of it. Use it as a sample and investigate in the nature of things. What is the nature of thought? What is the nature of memory? What is the nature of imagination? What is the nature of conscious thinking? What is the nature of time? What is the nature of effort? Not this effort, but effort as such. In general, not in particular. Don't investigate into a particular memory. Investigate into memory in general. What is memory? And then you are free. You, the self, is having some kind of sleep which involves all these elements around you. This memory, this power of imagination, conscious thinking, illusion of time, illusion of continuity. And in the center of it, there is a illusory sense of I. So all these are like pillars. Which are holding this illusory sense of I. If you can look through them, these things, I is not found. Remember this. Now in this moment you can understand. When anybody goes inside, this I, which was having trouble, which was reporting trouble continuously, which was troubling also others, and this existence in this system, in this body, is not found. Why? Why it is not found? If it is true, it has to be found. And what it is, what it was actually, if it was not found, and by whom it was not found. This is something which you must face, encounter, meet directly. You cannot think about these things.